I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahushai, to give me the spirit to do this video. Let's jump right to it. First John chapter 5, verse 14. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that him is Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahushai, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. Right, according to his will, he heareth us. Okay, but when you read Ephesians chapter 5, verse 17, let's get it real quick. Wherefore, be you not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Right, understanding Yahweh's will. So you have to understand his will first, okay, to be able to understand what it means to ask something according to his will, that you shall receive, but according to his will, okay? Because when you talk about faith, man, there's nothing impossible unto you, as the scripture says, man. The faith of a mustard seed, nothing impossible to you, man, okay? You can move mountains, as the scripture says, but you can't be asked for crazy things, man. That's not logical, meaning outside of his will, okay? Let's read 1 John chapter 5, verse 14 again. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. So you have to understand Yahweh's will first, okay? You don't need to be asked for a Bentley or a Cadillac, you know. He's going to give us the daily bread, right? He's going to take care of us like he says. Seek the kingdom first, and everything going to be added unto you. But don't be praying about ridiculous things, man, that don't matter according to his will, man. Okay? We understand that in his will, we have to keep it simple. So if you already understand that by knowing his will, okay, because his will for the elect is what? That we just do the will and stay away from the world as much as possible, man. We know we go off still, but we got to stay away from the world as much as possible and offend less. So we know that's part of his will when you are referring to the elect of Israel. So when it says the confidence, that confidence is the confidence of an elect because they believe in Yahawah Shai. So they believe that what? If we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. Okay? So it has to be according to his will, not just random babbling like the heathen do. The Lord tell you about when you praying, be careful about vain babbling, man. Just saying anything, asking for anything. No, man, you got to be wise in what you ask for. Okay? Solomon asked for what? He said, I want wisdom. Give me the discernment between good and evil. Those are the things we need to be asking for. Knowledge to be built up in the spirit, period. Now from there, let's go to James chapter 1, starting at verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask Yahawah, because wisdom for the elect is what? It's a part of his will. It's according to Yahweh's will, okay? Because the elect is going to have wisdom. That's that seal. They're sealed with the knowledge, okay? That give it to all men liberally and upbraid it not. And it shall be given him, if he believe, verse 6, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, that confidence. Let's go back to John, 1 John chapter 5, verse 14. And this is the confidence, that's that faith, the faith and the confidence of the elect, they believe it, not wavering, that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. Now let's go back to James, chapter 1, start back at 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask Yahawah that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraid it not. Meaning you're not going to get on his nerves, man. That's a pleasing thing to Yahawah. It says he loved none but him that dwell with wisdom, as the scripture says. And it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, that's that confidence. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. You ain't going to receive nothing. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So you have to have faith, okay, confidence, trust, You have to know what the will of the Lord is, because it has to be according to his will. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you have to understand. So for example, okay, maybe you have a job interview. You can pray about getting that job interview. You know why? Because if you need that to be settled because of things you have to handle, you want to be settled so your mind can be focused on what? Focus on serving him and not distracted with things around you. Okay? We still got to eat. You still got to pay bills. Okay? We still got to work. So that's a reasonable thing to ask. Maybe it's a test you have to pass. Okay? To even get hired at this particular job. You send your prayer up. You believe. Okay? And you do the test. Do what you got to do, man. And trust in the Lord. Okay? And if somehow you fail the test, just making a point real quick, somehow you fail the test, guess what? That job ain't for you. Okay? The Lord will put you in a position to get you a better job than that. But you got to hold your faith, man. You got to hold on to it, man. Okay? You don't ask for a job at a big company that requires your attention 7 days a week, making $30 an hour. You ain't going to have time to please the Lord or serve him. Okay? The Lord said, be you with little business. Okay? Him with little business shall become wise. Why? Because if you too much into your job, okay, into a big company type job, and you have too much, it could affect you, man. It could take you away from the truth, man. Or have it where you don't get to the truth in the first place because that's your love, that's your passion. You got to watch out for that. Okay? From there, let's go to John chapter 14, starting at verse 13. And whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. Okay? So, it has to be to glorify Yahawah Shema Shai, man. Okay? Because at the end of the day, whatever you ask has to be within wisdom, man. You got to be wise, man. Can't just be asking anything. That's why I said according to his will when you read 1 John chapter 5, verse 14. We know Yahawah Shema Shai will throw you some gifts here and there, okay? But allow him to throw you them gifts, man, them blessings. But just focus on serving him, man, and let everything be added on to you, like the scripture says, okay? From there, let's go to Mark chapter 11, starting at verse 22. And Yahawah Shai answering said unto them, have faith in Yahawah, for verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, meaning all faith, but shall believe that those things which he said shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Now remember when the disciples doubted, they asked Yahawah Shai, why couldn't we cast out that demon? And Yahawah Shai said, because of your unbelief. Okay? But if they didn't doubt and they believed and they did it, which they did later on after that lesson, okay? That's to do what? That's to glorify Yahawah Shema Shai. That's according to his will to cast out demons in the name. You see what I'm saying? We're going to get our glory, man. It's coming. If we just hold tight, man. But keep it simple. Don't go off the rails, man. And shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Okay? Not believing that you're going to get a Bentley next week. Well, I believe it, so I'm going to get this Bentley because I believe I'm going to get this Bentley. No, man. It's not what it's talking about. Verse 24. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. Right. According to his will, man. Use wisdom when you read this. Understand what it's talking about. Okay? You might have the spirit of casting out demons. And you might do it. Okay? And Yahawah Shema Shai put the spirit on you to do it and to believe that you're going to do it. And it happens. That glorifies Yahawah Shema Shai, man. That's powerful, man. That's a special gift. That's faith. Okay? But can you believe that a Bentley going to show up in your living room out of nowhere just because you want to zap it from the car lot? Not going to happen. Verse 25. And when you stand praying, forgive. If you have aught against any, that your Father also which is in heaven may forgive you your trespasses. Right. So when you want to have that power like this, according to the will, okay, you can't be disrespecting brothers, doing wrong by brothers, having malice, not forgiving brothers, and think you're going to have this spirit and have this gift to have that type of faith in you, to do things according to his will that are highly, highly powerful, man. Okay, that's unbelievable to the world. You see what I'm saying? Verse 26. But if you do not forgive, neither will your Father which is in heaven forgive your trespasses. Meaning he ain't going to deal with you, okay, like a father to the son. Meaning you ain't going to have that faith in you anyway to do things, okay? From there, let's go to Matthew chapter 7, starting verse 7. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Right, according to his will. Keep throwing that in there. For everyone that asks, receive, and he that seeketh, finds. And to him that knocketh, it shall be open. Right, man, that spiritual realm, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that's what it's talking about, okay? Or what man is there of you, whom if his son asks bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks a fish, will give him a serpent? If you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask him? Right. But you have to ask him with nothing wavering, or you ain't gonna receive nothing. Okay? Let's go back. Let's go back to James. James chapter 1, starting verse 5 again. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask Yahawah, that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. Right. Don't forget that. That's important. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. Meaning, do you trust him or not? Okay. Verse 7. For let not that man think he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So you ain't going to receive nothing. Okay. Nothing. Okay. If you can't do it according to the scriptures. Period. So with that, I hope you brothers were edified all around the world. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, to give me the spirit to do this video. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom, tell you Achamak that is doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.